That's a fawn.
That's a baby.
Yep.
Fox just fell off that one.
Yep. Let's do them. Oh, hey, what's up, everybody? This is Brian and Karen. Welcome to the Little Orchard Farm. Today's video, we're starting out with some really exciting stuff. We have traveled out of town into the Northwest Alabama area to pick up our hardwood floors. And so we're gonna load all this up. Karen and I are doing this all by hand, and we've got a little bit to load up. Woo! And we're also gonna try to grab our pantry door. Boom. This is all sitting in Robbie's warehouse. Robbie's been storing it for us. Most of you who've been following along with us know that Robbie's a great high school friend of mine who I graduated with, who owns his own construction company and is very successful and has been my phoner friend. When things have gone a little sideways at the cabin, I could always phone him and he's walked me through it. It's been awesome. And he's been ordering all my materials for me. He ordered the floor, stored it here at his place, and said, come get it whenever you're ready. We are ready. We're at that next stage where it's time to start throwing down some flooring. So we're gonna load this stuff up and we're gonna get back on the road. Whew, it's a lot to do today. Let's do this. What's going on, bud?
Ooh, about run to death already this morning. Come in and he can help y'all too. What do y'all think about the red?
I love it.
We got 3 colors. That way I know when you run the strap diagonal across here and one this way.
Yeah.
And the strap here. If you don't have no straps, we got black straps.
I got. All right, so we just made it back from Northwest Alabama where we picked up the hardwood. And we've got our glass door. It was about a 60-mile trip. And we're about to roll the blanket back and actually see if the door survived. Oh, goodness gracious. It looks like it made it. The thick stuff.
I think this is old because it's heavy. Yeah. Smells like it too.
Boom.
Alright, you get to wrestle that.
All right, so we've disconnected the bush hog from the tractor and we've hooked up our brand new tiller, never been used. All right, so what I'm trying to do here is I'm just trying to smooth this field out a little bit it's really rough, taking on a beating with erosion and whatnot. So I'm just trying to get it smoothed out to where we can come back in here, overseed with some rye, and maybe smooth this out just a little bit. It's just full of ruts and just a rough patch. It also gets swampy when it rains. I'm gonna have to eventually put in a drain that goes from the top of this field down to the bottom. On the right side of the screen is where the pond is, and so I'll probably drain it down toward the pond. Yeah, the overall theme here was just trying to get this field smoothed out to where we could get it nice and smooth for pasture land.
It is just nasty. Let's go cut some trees.
So after I've done a little bit of the tilling, tearing up the ground, smoothing it back out a little bit, I'm just backfilling some of these rutted areas with some of the burn pile compost that we had, with a little bit of the nice dark new soil that's been produced by the degradation of the lumber and so forth. We're up early. Headed over to the co-op, our local co-op. We're going to purchase our fertilizer this morning. The co-op also provides a service where they will give you or loan you out a hopper so that you can spread your fertilizer. And I don't think there's any cost to that, so that's really kind of cool. So we're gonna get that loaded up this morning. We'll take you along as we go to the co-op, and we get our fertilizer ordered. It'll probably take them a little bit to load it up. No worries, we got some time. Once we get back to the farm, Karen is going to jump on the tractor and begin dispersing. Spreading.
Spreading joy.
Spreading the fertilizer.
Or spreading, I guess fertilizer is, well, it's going to be pellets. It's not going to be just natural fertilizer.
You're talking about it's not poo.
It's not poo. I won't be spreading the poo.
All right, so we're here at the co-op. We've gone in and we simply, I presented her with my soil report from Auburn University, and they were able to tell us exactly what fertilizer we needed. I think it was straight 17, right? 17. And so we're gonna get one of their hoppers. So they provide a hopper out to any farmer that needs to be able to spread their fertilizer or whatnot. We also threw in some winter rye grass into the hopper mix. So we're gonna spread the fertilizer, the grass seed, and then I also bought a couple of items for the Pro Cal that I'll be talking about a little bit later on in this video, which is the liquid lime. And so we're gonna get this bad boy hooked up. I got one of the gentlemen here at the co-op helping me and hook this hopper up, and then I'll drive it over the scale. We'll get it weighed, and then we'll get it loaded, and then I'll drive back over the scale, and that's how I'll pay. All right, so.
You forgot the most important part.
Which is what?
We picked hopper 00 for Katie Bell. That was the important part.
Gotcha.
00 for Katie Bell.
00 for Katie. All right, so we're taking the buggy, and we're gonna run it up here on the weigh scale, which is right there, and he's gonna weigh us empty, and then we'll be able to go over and load up. So now he's taking our weight. He's taking the weight of the truck and an empty hopper, and he's writing that weight down, and he's gonna come out and say we're good, and then we're gonna run over here to the fertilizer bin fill, and he's gonna fill us up. All right, so he's gonna pull out the different components, NPK and the ryegrass, and he's going to throw them all in this hopper, and they're going to mix up. And so what you see over here is he's turned on this little mixer, and so it's all now in there floating around. He'll add the other components to it, it'll mix it all, and it'll shoot it up into our hopper. That's the grass seed. So he's loading winter rye into the mix. right, so that's our 2,000 pounds of our NPK fertilizer, as well as a couple 100 pounds of our rye grass, winter rye, that we're going to be overseeding with. All right, last time through the scales. So now we're weighing out. We weighed in at empty weight. We're weighing out now with our full weight. And that'll tell us how much we're supposed to go pay. And then we'll go up front. We'll get her paid for. And then we'll get back and start having some fun spreading this around on our pastures. Ain't that right? Spread it, spread it. What we're going to do here is, based on this chart, a 30-foot driving intervals, 30-foot spray at a 60 density. So this is a cubic density of 60, which will give us, he's got it set at about 1.75 inches. So if you look up here at about 1.75 inches, it's between 145 and 234, which will be right around 200 pounds per acre. And so when Karen gets out there and we engage the wheel, hopefully you'll start seeing these things turn and fertilizer and seed getting thrown. All right, I'm gonna let her do her thing. She's got about 10 acres to cover. About 6 of them here. About 6 acres here, 4 up in the pasture up front. We're gonna let her go ahead and knock this area out. And in the meantime, I'm gonna take the RTV and go get the sprayer hooked up. And then I'm gonna get down here and try to figure out what the correct ratio is on the Pro Cow. I'm pretty sure it was 3 gallons per acre. 3 gallons per acre, and you come back like 2 or 3 months later and put an additional 2 gallons down. I'm pretty sure that was the recommendation. And so yeah, 2 to 5 gallons per acre pre-plant. I've got a significant shortage in on my pH level. So I'm at, right at 5. And so I want to try to get my pH raised as much as I possibly can. 2 to 5 gallons per acre. All right, so we're going to run 3 gallons per acre. So I'll fill it. I'll fill the my tank up. I was at the co-op and picked up a couple of parts. And so I picked up a little hose. I'm going to hook it up to this and try to let gravity do all the pushing for me into the sprayer. And so we'll see how that works. First time to do all this. I have no idea if I'm doing it right. But we'll figure it out. So here's the sprayer right here. I'll put my Pro Cow in here, mix it with water, and we should be good to go. It has a boom sprayer on it, and so these fold out. Okay, these fold out, and that will give me a nice even spray as I'm going up and down the field. So we'll do a little of that here in just a second, get that Pro Cow scattered.
You're spraying better.
No, I turned off the sprayer. on the land, and that's going to help raise the pH level. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right, but I'm trying. As we always say, we're living and learning. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. Till next time, have a great week, a blessed week, and we will see ya.